Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. It's Wib back on the Pixel for some news on it's my get drop news today on, let's just say that it can be summarized in just this picture. Yeah, probably showing it to you all now. This is the update summary. There is basically four things, two of them being kinda irrelevant, but we'll see that in detail later. So I guess let's just go over it with the first thing already. It's the balance patch. We've already talked about the balance patch 2 weeks ago when the balance preview was came out. It was on Friday. And yeah, so it's coming out tomorrow. So everything is going, all the units are going to change. But you can see on the list that there is a new head that wasn't here before. And yeah, Architect Laka, she's getting buff, we should say. At least that, in my opinion, it's a pretty nice buff. He's getting a buff like DDR, so yeah, just an instant buff because the dev clearly saw that he was underwhelming. And the buff is, let's say, pretty nice. So pretty much now if we go to look at the laying the groundwork, which is skill 2. After using this skill, when the enemy is inflicted with target, increase combat readiness of the caster by an additional 50%, which means that you get an instant almost. I mean, it's 100% CR push, which means that there's not going to be many things that can cut you. There can be, especially if there is a policies on the enemy team. You can soulbound to get ignore, yeah, so which means that now you're guaranteed to strip 2 buff plus inflict target. So that's very nice. And then on the skill 3 you get a nice damage dealt increase, which won't matter that much on the target that's targeted, because this one is most likely going to die anyway. But on the other units, this means that it's some additional chip damage, which why not? I guess sometimes it could happen, since it's only 80% penetration of defense. I guess sometimes some units, some very bulky unit could survive. And then for the second scene, we're going to get a new advanced side story. So I have no idea. I don't know if we had an advanced side story since they changed how this side story menu looks, but it's probably going to pop up somewhere in here. So you just go to side story and it's going to pop somewhere in here. Maybe here at the place of where I have this side story right now. But yeah, so pretty much what is, for those who don't know what is an advanced side story, it's a pretty hard side story where people mostly farm module. I guess that's for module gems or something. I guess that's the name in English. I don't even know how you call that. But it's pretty much the gem you use for gear and whatnot. So yeah, it is. So this is pretty much what it is going to give. Usually there is like 5 sets there is in the shop, and then there is some additional stuff you can buy from. As I said, it's pretty hard for new players, so if you're no player, maybe don't bother too much with it. Maybe you can do it in normal. If yes, then nice. If you're a late game player, maybe you can do it in Nightmare or L mode. That's fine. Personally, I usually stay to L mode and just try and find Nightmare once at least. I try to see if I can. I'm not going to bother too much with it. Thankfully, we get what do we call this? A free equipment events. So that's really nice because usually those things are fight with 9 units. So most of the time you need to rebuild your units. Then for the third part of this patch, we've got this, I guess, Spirit Altar access item added. Yeah, that's the modification they did to Spirit Altar. Honestly, I don't know why they made it. Honestly, kinda useless. Yep. No idea why they made this change. It just means that now you can buy with 250 Skystone, you can buy a 1 hour access to any altar you want. So yeah, I don't know about you guys, but to me this is pretty much no one cared changement right here. Like 250 Skystone to get access 1 hour to a Spirit Altar. When already Spirit Altar is already something that you only farm like when there is an all-rune event, and when there is a rune event, it's always on weekend, so there is always all Spirit Altar, so I don't know why you will need that, but yeah, I guess it's a change. It's in the game now, so don't know when it will ever be useful, but yeah, it's in the game. But okay, last little thing before we go over the big one. We've got shop coming back. You can see a bunch of reward right here. If you're a big spender, you can buy everything. If you're a low spender, maybe just Mola, Mystic, and maybe the Galactic bookmarks. If you're no spender at all, I guess nothing. Maybe the Mystic medal. The Mystic medal are probably on the Mola is probably the only very worst thing, but everything else is kinda too costly. Like, what the fuck? Like, who would buy Penguin for 300 skeleton? Like, what? But anyway, yeah, honestly, don't buy anything from Shop unless it's very necessary and it's on like reduction. Like, yeah, it's nothing. Like, it's the normal prices. There is no like percentage of lower cost. I don't even know, like promotion, right? So that's what they're called in English, right? Like promotion, like everything is the same price as there usually is. So yeah, don't go over them on. Plus, you're going to need your custom to spend them on other things. Let's just talk about it right away. Because yeah, outside of the balance patch, which is pretty nice, the only good thing we get with this patch is also the custom group summon, which isn't coming yet. It's coming next week actually. So yeah, before that we're going to get. Let me just recheck really quickly. If I remember, it's an old one on Tenebria banner tomorrow. With the respective artifacts, so I guess no need to get them in the group summon, and then at the same time the group summon we're going to get Destina on Balance Sesam, so same thing for them, don't really need to get them in the group summon. But yeah, first off, what is the group summon for those who haven't played the game since last year? I think there was two last year, yeah. There was one around this period actually, like around April. Last year it was one exactly around this time, and then there is one later the year. After some around October, maybe something like that. I don't remember when it was the second one. But yeah, so what can we have in the group summon matter? We can have up to 3 units of workflows, including limited that have been rerun once. So who can we get in the group summon? We can get pretty much everything except collab units, so don't expect a unit like Edward Elric, Sol, Winter, maybe. Just because they are here, so I mentioned them. But you can also already cross off units that didn't get rerun at least once. So, for example, Eligos, which just came out, can't be chosen in the group summon, at least if they didn't change this. And same for limited units that haven't been rerun. So, I think this only concerned Amid. I think only Amid didn't get rerun yet, right? Or maybe Hercloud too. Did he get rerun? No, I don't think he could do. We could wait summer to get rerun. So I guess he didn't. He's not going to be in here too. So yeah, it's Amid and Summer Break Charlotte that shouldn't be here. Luak just got a rerun, so I guess he's in here. But yes, but he's not limited, so we don't really care. So yeah, pretty much we're going to be able to get anything except collab unit on Amid, Summer Break Charlotte, Helicos, those kind of units that are very recent, BU too. Nothing very crazy, to be honest. So yeah, you can get pretty much anything you want on. Yeah, if I have to give some people some choice, a very obvious one is Cerise. Why Cerise? Because she might not be good. No one might be using it except maybe for like light expedition right now. The reason why you want Cerise is because of her artifact, because if you pick the unit, you also get the artifact that's linked to it, and the artifact linked to Cerise is the very infamous Guiding Lights, which is used everywhere, on pretty much every Ranger in the game right now. So yeah, she's a very solid choice, just to get her artifact, and if you don't have her, why not? It's still limited. It's always nice to have, even if no one uses her, to be honest. But yeah, I guess she's pretty much the only choice that you would pick for this reason. Then you can pretty much pick whoever you think you don't have and it would be good in your account. I think Lundy is a very nice choice if you don't have her, for example. I would say Ruana, Tamarine if you don't have them yet, but Ruana is getting a rerun right now, so don't really need that one. Tamarine is always nice if you didn't already pick her from the story summon. Then there is all the meta units that always are here, so like Politis, always there to be annoying. Then there is Lilias and Nilinav if you want to test them out on since they're getting buff, why not? Same goes for Tywin. You can also pick Cicad Bellona, obviously, if you don't have air already for one shot and you didn't build Clarissa already, you can just get Cicad Bellona from here, plus Drink is still a pretty good Ranger artifact, at least for air, but I guess it can work on some other Ranger sometimes. I'm using it on my Bryzaia, so yeah, you can really use it on anyone you want. And then there, like, yeah, there is a bunch of units you can get. There is Selene, Destina is getting a rerun, so we don't really care. Then there is 3 units like Vivian, Cigarette, who obviously you don't really need, since you're getting them. Unless you want Imprints for Moonlight, which is also a possibility if you have As you can see, kind of like me, a bunch of units, like, yeah, you can just go for imprint on your Moonlight or Limited Hero, which personally I think I will do. I'll probably like imprint my Landy or something. But yeah, so that's it for the balance patch overall. The patch overall. Yeah, okay. There isn't much else to say. Yeah, Smaget is really playing with our mind right now. Like, not giving. It's been like 2 months with almost no new thing in Epic 7. I mean, the balance patch and all is nice, but like, yeah, we're waiting for episode 5. I think a bunch of people are waiting for this. Not because necessarily of the story, because to be honest, I'm part of the people that don't really care about this event story, but just because of the reward of the events that follow things like episode 5. Because episode 5 is going to bring a lot of new units and stuff like that. So yeah, plus there is going to be maybe new event coming soon. Maybe I think it's around the time for Guilty Gear rerun. I mean, if they keep doing it like they do every year, it's around this time. So maybe expect it to be around there. But Guilty Gear unit aren't that especially good, unlike the Slime or ReZero or even Full Metal Alchemist collab. So I guess even if you miss them, it's no big deal. But yeah, I guess expect maybe them to pop up sometimes on, or maybe they're going to change stuff and just put like which one didn't get rerun? Slime? I think Slime. People are waiting for Slime, so maybe Slime before summer. Like, yeah, I think it's time for Epic 7 to kind of start showing us a big update trailer or something soon, because the game is starting to be kind of feeling like left out. Not gonna lie, the game. Like, Smagas seems to care about other game right now, and I don't even know which one. I mean, I know there is some games that they are working on, so maybe that's why they have not much invested in Epic 7 right now, but yeah, hopefully it changes soon, because yeah, I don't see the game continuing for too long at this rate, to be honest. I mean, it's going to continue, but this period of empty thing is going to maybe leave a scar, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, I'm still going to play the game nonetheless, because I've invested so much time and effort in it, so I can't leave now. I'm basically locked in here, kinda like a jail, but yeah, please send help. No, don't worry, but yeah, hopefully you guys like what's coming. I mean, yeah, balance patch is going to bring a little bit of fun for some time, but yeah, you guys liked it, and we'll see each other maybe in 2 weeks if I don't find anything interesting to do. But yeah,